Yeah. So I just do. Gordo. Alright. Oh, yeah. Hey. I really need to set up more challenges. Marcia, how long have you been practicing yoga? Year and a half. Yeah, since March of 2024. Okay. I mean.
Oh, good morning.
Hello. Anne.
I'm in, oh, goodness.
Not Cindy.
I'm so impressed. I've been so busy, I haven't been here for at least a week, I bet. And I am sorry, I can't remember.
It's okay, I'm Marcia.
Marcia.
Yeah.
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Charlotte.
Yeah. And yeah,
Charlotte?
yes.
I'm in before, right? Yeah. She.
Yeah, names are difficult for me, but trying.
Say, please remind.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to do it, but then, I feel
Who doesn't?
I've always been like that. I just was not good with names ever, but yeah, and it didn't get better with age.
Well, when I was teaching in the med school over at UNC, the incoming class was always 190,
Wow.
getting close to 200. And not that I knew all of their names, because very few of them actually came to class, but I really worked hard to learn the names of those who did come to class.
Okay.
And it has such an impact on young people, anybody.
You remember that, don't you remember that? Yes, you're right. But is it just something you can do, or do you really work on it?
Sometimes it comes more easily than others, and I haven't figured out sort of what is the context.
Yeah, tell me your name one more time.
Marcia.
Marcia.
Remember the old Brady Bunch? Marcia.
That's why I need to do something.
There you go, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because already I forgot your name, isn't it?
Yeah, I do too. Like I can ask somebody their name and it just goes in one ear and out the other.
Tell me your name, okay? Just because I'm good. Yeah, with a T. Okay. Toshi is, yes, is that Japanese? No, it's Indian. Indian. Well, I know Toshi is Indian, so yeah. It's gonna be that, but I don't do that. No, you don't. No, it's not. These days. I can say I'm Japanese, but I'm not.
So you said it's an Indian name? You said it's an Indian name?
Yeah, it's dark, but some.
Okay. Yeah, that means something in Sanskrit.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I studied Sanskrit for a little bit. So did you go up here or in India? Okay. Did you ever do yoga in India?
No. Yes, I did. There, did other exercises aerobic and all that.
Yeah.
You go back to India, ever? I used to, but I can't. It's a long trip, right? Very long. Yeah. But you have relatives there. You have relatives? Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey, Betsy, we're switching places today, all right?
Hey.
Yeah, so Santosh, that's part of the yamas and niyamas in the yoga tradition. Yeah.
Because of the area? Different conditions and different.
No, it's yoga has certain can call them values, perhaps, that you're about to that you're supposed to practice as well as the asanas. So it has to do. It's one is contentment and truthfulness and cleanliness and non. Sometimes they translate it with non-covetousness. I'm not really sure about that word in English, but like to not be greedy. And then there is one more that what did I miss? No, I don't think that's part of it. I think that's probably a part a little bit in contentment. I would say that covers that a little bit. Yeah. Non-stealing. Yeah. Yeah.
Non-stealing?
Yes, non-stealing. Asteya, I think that is. Yeah, yeah, I used to know. I mean, I do. If I sit down and think a little bit, I would probably remember all the words in Sanskrit.
Were you studying in Sanskrit in the States? Or?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, good morning, everyone. And yogis at home, good morning and welcome. Yogis in studio, good morning and welcome. Let's take a few moments to come to stillness. And feel the presence in your body. Notice the body's position. Allowing the spine to become long. Shoulders to relax. And if you like, you can set an intention for today's practice. Or if you can't think of anything, it can simply be to stay present with the asanas. Stay present with yourself in your body. And let go of everything that was before this moment. Let go of everything that will come after. And be fully present here, now. In this moment. And then raise your left arm towards the ceiling and lean to the right to feel the stretch of your left side. And come back to center. And the right arm towards the ceiling and stretch the right side. And keep moving, alternating left and right. And feel the spine long. And then back to center again. Place your hands in front of you if possible. And with a straight spine, lean forward. You can walk your hands out. And perhaps there's a little stretch in the lower back, and you can move gently from side to side. And then come back to a seated position and stretch your legs out. And yeah, it's good to have like a little blanket or something to sit on because it just makes it easier. You don't want to use a blanket? So I find it always a little bit easier because the sit bones come up a little bit. But if whatever, everybody knows their own body best and what works for them. So, and in this position, flex your feet and put some energy out into your legs. Straight spine. And let's do the same thing here. So right arm towards the ceiling and lean to the left. And the other side. And notice that the stretch is a little bit deeper in this position than when you had your legs folded. See if you can make this movement into one, like where the whole body is involved, meaning you flex your feet, that's part of the stretch, and putting energy in your legs is also part of the stretch of the side. So it's one whole. And then come to center and lean forward from the hips. You can walk your hands out a little bit. You can also, if you like, you can have a block and put your hands, because it's always good to be able to put your palms straight on, if not the floor, so a block to be wherever you are with this stretch, and try to make your spine long and simply flex your spine from the hips. So you can look straight ahead. That will help you make your spine long. So the goal is not, it's not important to come down far. What's important is to have the form, to be on your sit bones, to flex your feet, have your palms, and then just flex a little bit, even if it's just 1 inch, doesn't matter. The most important thing is the good form, because you will still feel the stretch. And for some people, this is enough. You know, it might be just 1/2 inch, and that's totally fine. Excellent. And then you can place your, I'm going to turn to the side, but you stay where you are, but use a block for this, for the next pose. I'm going to do a modified Navasana, boat pose. So you can place your feet on the block and just lift one leg at a time. You can keep your knee bent if you like, or you can have it straight. Good. And next time, see if you can lift both legs at the same time. Excellent. Good. And then come to your side, lying down. You can either, I'm just going to take my jacket off. You can either bend your right elbow and place your head on it, or you can keep your right arm stretched out. Left hand in front of your chest. Flex your feet and lift the top leg out to the side. Make the movement slow and deliberate. Very controlled, engaging your core muscles. So again, it's not just the leg that's moving, the whole body is engaged. So really pay attention to the whole body, what muscles you're using. Good. And next time you come up, see if you can hold the leg up there for 3 breaths, flexing your foot, engaging your core, and letting that muscle work. And then let your foot sink down and come up 2 more times, up and down 2 more times. Roll over to your belly, forehead to the mat, arms by your shoulders. And then lift your right arm and left leg up and your head. And then lower it back down. Lift your head and left arm and right leg up and back down. And keep going a couple of times. Alternating, opposite arm, opposite leg. Very good. And then come over to the left side. And do the same side movement there. Keeping your both feet flexed. And moving your leg out to the side, up and down. Again, be aware of your whole body, engaging your core. Noticing what's going on in your shoulders, in the bottom leg, in your back. And then hold the pose for a few breaths. Again, being completely aware of both legs, core, arms. And then lower your leg and come up and down twice. Very good. And come to your belly again. arms by your shoulders and lift yourself up to tabletop. Spread your fingers, feel the whole full palms on the mat. Pull your shoulders slightly back and keep your head lifted, but not up to the ceiling, but sort of straight, aligned with the spine. So don't look down, don't look up, but straight. Then lift your opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's start with the right arm, left leg, and back down. Now left arm, right leg, engaging your core muscles. Takes a little bit more balance than when we were on our belly, alternating the opposite arm, opposite leg. So the core muscles need to be engaged. And 2 more times. Very good. And then come up to downward dog. And press your heels down. Come back to tabletop by bending your knees. And back to downward dog. And tabletop. Downward dog. Tabletop. And now hold downward dog for 3 breaths. Breathing all the way down to the lower abdomen. And then lightly bend your knees and walk your feet towards your hand and come up to a standing position. Take a moment here to make sure your feet are parallel, hip width apart. You can close your eyes for a moment and find your balance. Feel the soles of your feet on the mat. Your spine long, shoulders relaxed, chest opened. Abdomen lightly engaged. And then let's stretch our arms up to the ceiling, and you can either come up on your tippy toes or just stay on the floor as you do this. And of course, find something to hold on to for balance if need be. And you can also come up on your tippy toes without the arms. It makes it a little bit easier to keep your balance. You can experiment and notice the difference. What happens when you then add the arms? And make the movement when you come up on your tippy toes, slow and controlled as you come down, which means you need to engage your calves. And then hold the pose, engaging your core, your calves, hips, lower back. And then come down. And let's come up and down 2 more times. Excellent. And now let's take the left foot, take the left ankle in your left hand. So you may want to be near a wall or something to hold on to, because this is a little bit more balancing. So now we're balancing on just one foot. And feel the sole of that foot. Engage your core muscles. If you like, you can raise your right arm. And if you're ready, you can lean slightly forward. And see what happens. And again, make sure you have some support for balance. Excellent. Very good. And let's do the other side. So hold on to your right ankle. Raising your left arm. Notice what the balance feels like on this side. Is it the same or is it different? Is it easier or more difficult than the other side? Again, engage your core. Relax your shoulders. And lean forward. Excellent. Very good. And come back to your 2 feet. Close your eyes for a moment and find your balance. And notice now the ease in this position. Good. And then you can grab a block or some other support for you people at home and place that in the middle. Feet parallel, wide apart. Let's start by placing our hands at the hip and simply flex a little bit forward. Doesn't have to be far. Flex right from the hip so the back is completely straight. And then come back up again. And flex your hips. Back up again. And flex your hips. And this time place your right hand on the block. And you can experiment what height. It can be the highest height, the medium height, or the lowest height, or even the floor if you can place your whole hand on the floor. Otherwise, use the block on whatever height works. So you have the right hand palm firmly placed on the block, fingers spread out, and then raise your left arm up towards the ceiling as you look up towards the hand, if comfortable for your neck. Otherwise, let your head just look down. And then switch sides. So now the left hand on the block and the right hand up. Very good. And down. Left arm up. And come down. Left arm up. And down. Left arm up. And down. And now let's hold the pose for 3 breaths. And switch sides. Hold for 3 breaths. And place both hands on the block. Slightly bend your knees and come up to a standing position. Turn your right foot out straight ahead and your left foot 45 degrees. Inhale, bend your right knee into warrior pose. And exhale, straighten your knee. Inhale, bend your knee. So it's the only movement is the knee bending and the arms going out. So the torso is completely still. It's only the front leg and the arms moving. And you can adjust your step according to what feels well aligned with your body. Sorry? The fan. Okay. Sure. See if I know how to do this. Yes. Yeah, it's the body gets moving now when we're standing up. Yeah. So how to know the distance is that you should be able to bend your knee, like, so not too far so that you come out over your toes, but like more or less like a 90 degree here on your foot. So sometimes it's here because it's also you feel about where the stretch is in your body. If you take a really long step, of course, this stretch here is going to be much deeper and more challenging and difficult to hold. Ooh, yeah, that's hard. Okay, so let's go a few more times. And now hold the pose. Feeling equal weight on both feet. Engaging your core. Sort of pushing your feet against the mat. So it's a very energized, strong pose. And exhale, come out. Move in and out 2 more times. And then switch sides. So the left foot is pointing forward, right foot 45 degrees. And inhale, bend your knee. And exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. And now hold the pose. And exhale, come out of it. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. And okay, so let's bend the knee again and place your hands on both sides of the left foot and take a step back and come into dog pose. Adjust the distance between hands and feet. Take 3 breaths in dog pose. And then come down on your forearms and your knees, adjusting the distance, and come to variational plank, where you are holding yourself up with your forearms on your knees, engaging your core muscles. If you want to make it more challenge, you can lift your feet up off the mat. And you can play with that and notice what it feels like when your knees are on the floor and when your knees are up. And then lower yourself down. Turn your head to the side and clasp your head over the ear. And take 3 breaths with your head on the first side. And then turn your head to the other side for 3 breaths. Place your hands next to your shoulders and your mat, your forehead to the mat. Raise your upper body without using your arms. And exhale down. And again, raise your upper body and exhale down. So it's a small but strong movement for your lower back and your mid back. And if you like to try the upward dog from this position, tuck your toes in, straighten your arms, and lift your hips off the floor. And come back down. And now stretch both arms over your head and lift your upper body up. And come down, place your hands by your shoulders and lift your legs up. It's just 1 inch off the mat or so. And lower them back down. And now let's try lifting both arms and legs off the mat. Shalabhasana or locust pose, I think it's called in English. It's a very strong pose. And exhale, come back down. And come up to tabletop from here. You can place a mat under your feet if you like, and sit back in child's pose to stretch your lower back out after this. You can also place something under your head, like a cushion. It's perhaps more comfortable than the block, depending on what your body feels like. So find what is right for you that will give you a slight lower back stretch. Then gently come to your back. Keeping your knees bent, feet parallel, palms on the floor next to your hips. And raise your hips up and lower back down. Raise your hips up and down. Next time you come up, hold the pose. Relaxing your shoulders. Engaging your glutes. Little bit of core engagement. And now if you are so inclined, you can try to lift 1 foot off the floor and have that foot go towards the ceiling, while you keep your hips parallel. And then switch legs. Lower your hips down. And come up again. And lower down. And 2 more times up and down. And then stay in the starting position with your feet parallel and knees bent. And sense into your body. Lift your feet off the floor and then straighten your legs towards the ceiling. Flex your feet and then open your legs out to the sides, allowing them to fall out as far as they come. Bend your knees. Place your hands on your knees and rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe making circles with your knees. Then stretch your arms out to the sides, knees bent, and let them fall to the left side while your head goes to the right side. And back to center. Knees to the right and head to the left. And the other side. Knees to the left, head to the right. Knees to the right, head to the left. And knees to the left, head to the right, and stay in this pose for 3 breaths, allowing this twist to deepen. So relax your shoulders, and especially your right shoulder, allowing it to fall down towards the floor. For support, if needed, you can place a blanket or a cushion under your knees if they don't come all the way down to the floor. Then back to center and hold the pose on the other side. And allow the breath to go all the way down to the lower abdomen. And each time you exhale, allow the twist to become a little bit deeper. And then back to center. And knees to the left, head to the right. Back to center. And knees to the right, head to the left. And back to center. Then place your hands on your knees, and on the inhale, push your knees out, away from your chest. On the inhale, pull them in. And just keep doing this gentle movement for a little bit. And then put your feet on the floor and allow your knees to fall out to the sides. And now do any kind of movement that your body feels like it needs. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. And then stretch your body out for Shavasana. And find any kind of props or pillows to make yourself comfortable. And feel your body stretched out. And then feel your face completely relaxed. Your jaws, forehead, temples, ears relaxed. And then place your attention on the center of your forehead. Middle of the throat. Right shoulder. Right upper arm. elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm of your hand, thumb, index finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, back of your hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, middle of your throat, center of your chest, left shoulder, left upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm of your left hand, thumb, index finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, back of your hand, wrist, lower arm, upper arm, shoulder, center of your chest, navel area, right hip, right thigh, right knee, lower leg, right ankle, sole of your right foot, all 5 toes, ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, hip, lower abdomen, left hip, left thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, sole of your foot, all 5 feet. Sorry, all 5 toes. Left ankle, left lower leg, left knee, left thigh, left hip, navel area, center of your chest, center of your throat, center of your forehead, top of your head, and the full sensation of your body. And notice if there are any thoughts coming in. And if so, and if possible, allow them to simply fall back from where they came. If one thought appears, don't think a second thought about that thought. And be present here. In your body. And notice also in your experience that there is no real distinction between your body and your mind. It's simply one experience. Sensing into your whole body. Then gently bring your awareness back to the space around you, feeling the floor beneath you. Perhaps move your toes a little bit. Taking a deep breath if that would feel good. And then very gently turn over to one side, taking your time. And come up to a seated position. And let's do the little cooling breathing thing. So some of you have not done that before, some of you have. If you can, fold your tongue. Some people can't, but if you can, you fold your tongue and you inhale through it. And exhale through your nose. And this is meant to be a cooling breath. If you can't do that with your tongue, you simply inhale, allowing your tongue to be at the front of your mouth, allowing the air to cool your tongue as you inhale through the mouth. And then just allow your breath to be back to normal. Om. Thank you so much. Thank you, yogis at home.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you. So we did a long Shavasana today.
It was fun.
Good.
It felt right.
Good.